A warning you need to hear if you're in the market for a lawyer. A Missouri woman claims her lawyer didn't tell her he was actually disbarred.
Tonight, News 4 investigator Susan L. Corey discovers this could be happening a lot more than we realize.
If it wasn't spelled out on this page, Donna Vorwald wouldn't believe it.
You're breaking the law if you're playing lawyer and you're disbarred.
Thinking she had a lawyer, then learning that wasn't the case.
I went online and started Googling him and found out he was disbarred. And I said, no.
Rewind to October 2020. The Supreme Court of Missouri handed down this order to John Tressler, a lawyer found guilty of professional misconduct and consequently disbarred. This brief by the Missouri Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel found Tressler spent more than $50,000 of a client's settlement money. And after he knew that happened, he did it again, taking $14,000 from another client. The brief says he falsely represented himself as someone's attorney and was dishonest during disciplinary proceedings. At the time, Tressler was representing Vorwald in a lawsuit filed back in 2018. Court records show he's currently her lawyer, something Vorwald says she didn't know needed to change until the other side's lawyer called her.
He told me, he said, you don't have a lawyer anymore, so now it's legal for me to talk to you. And I was like, what is this guy talking about?
That's not the way she's supposed to find out. According to the order, Tressler must comply in all respects with Rule 5.27. It's a Missouri Supreme Court rule outlining what lawyers must do within 15 days of disbarment. That includes notifying clients in writing, something Vorwald says she never received.
How can this happen 11 months ago and nobody telling me?
Tressler still has a law office in downtown St. Louis.
I was just wondering if
We stopped by,
John Tressler was here.
but staff told us he wasn't in. We did find him on the phone. That's when Tressler said he stopped working with Vorwald.
Did you ever tell her that you were disbarred?
Yeah, I didn't represent her for any hearings or anything.
At what point did you tell her, though, that you were disbarred?
I don't have that in front of me right now.
He said he'd get back to us, a call we're still waiting for. Turns out the Supreme Court required Tressler to file proof that he followed the disbarment rules. We learned that record doesn't exist. If it did, it should include proof that clients were notified and given their complete case files, along with a surrendered law license.
There's no gray area at all. I mean, this is a real serious thing.
Lawyer Tony Baer knows the process well.
Most attorneys don't even realize what happens until a complaint's filed against them.
He wasn't involved in Tressler's case, but represented other lawyers and helped them follow the disbarment rules.
If we don't do it right, then we really haven't served the public.
Baer says notifying clients can get complicated.
You have to find the clients, first of all. You don't even know necessarily where all of them live.
Once he helps find them, he makes sure they get their case files to bring to a new lawyer.
We actually hand them the file and then have a receipt that they say, I so-and-so signed for receipt of my file, and I have them sign it and date it.
Baer uses that as proof to send to the court. It's a step not everyone takes. We searched Missouri court records for lawyers who were disbarred this year. Out of 9 people, 2 surrendered their law license and 1 sent a letter claiming they took every step. The majority haven't followed the court order.
The state of Missouri
Vorwald is taking matters into her own hands.
disciplinary counsel complaint form,
And reported what happened to her to the Supreme Court.
and you have to send it in either by mail or by fax.
A side of the law she believes she should have been protected from.
Somebody needs to be following up on lawyers that are disbarred to make sure they're doing the right thing.
Before this story aired, I talked to Tressler again on the phone. I asked him to give us proof that he followed the Supreme Court's disbarment rule. He wasn't able to do that. Tressler did tell me he's still practicing law, just not in Missouri. We learned he's licensed in Illinois. He also said he plans to reapply to the Missouri bar. Susan L. Corey, News 4 investigates.
Now, if you want to see if a lawyer has been disbarred or disciplined, there is a way to search online for both Missouri and Illinois. We posted that information on how to do just that on the KMOV News app. Just click on Susan's investigation.